Will the Bengals get back to their winning ways on Sunday in Las Vegas? Hi again, everyone. I'm James Rapien with allbengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals Talk. And, well, Cincinnati hoping to snap a two-game losing streak, as are the Las Vegas Raiders. Both teams enter with a 5-4 record. In this game is such a big one for playoff resume, but playoff standings, because there's a lot of teams in the AFC at 6-3, 5-4, 4-5, just in that range. And so if you can get not only a tiebreaker over one of them and gain a game, then it could be huge for the Bengals if they're able to get this done. I'm going to give you my keys to victory, give you a prediction, but I got to tell you about my bookie before Sunday's matchup, because if you ever thought about wagering on games, you need to do it right now with mybookie.ag, because you're going to get some free money doing so. In fact, you're going to double your first deposit with promo code BengalsTalk. All you got to do is go to mybookie.ag, promo code BengalsTalk. And so maybe you want to take the Bengals, who are right now 1-point road favorites in Las Vegas, or maybe you want to wager on all of the other awesome Week 11 matchups that include the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, I like the over in the Bengals-Raiders game. Little spoiler for what's to come here in my prediction coming up in just a few minutes. But don't wait any longer. Head to mybookie.ag today. Redeem the free money that you can get right now by doubling your first deposit with promo code BengalsTalk. Again, promo code BengalsTalk at mybookie.ag. And look, when I think of keys to victory, I'm going to start with Joe Burrow. And it's cliche. Of course, you don't want him to turn the ball over. Starts there. But this offense has got to get Joe Mixon involved. And that could mean, handoffs. That could mean quick passes. But this ground game, if it gets going, it's going to make life easier on Joe Burrow, especially when I look at that Raiders defensive line, Yannick Ngakoue on one side, Max Crosby on the other. And I get it. Riley Reiff and Jonah Williams are good offensive tackles. You still don't want Burrow dropping back 50 times if you can avoid it. And I think this could potentially be a shootout. That's fine. It can be a shootout, and you can have number 28 involved to make life easier on number 9, to make life easier on the offensive line, and so much more. So that's key number 1 to me on offense. Obviously, you want to keep Burrow clean and turnovers and everything like that. But this could be a Joe Mixon game. And if you're able to get him going, then it's just going to make life much, much easier on everybody. Plus, Zach Taylor's playbook is going to be wide open. And the Raiders, they have a pretty good defense. The defensive line is solid. They got multiple linebackers. They're going to be without Nick Kwiatkowski. I think we'll see. There's a chance, but he didn't practice for most of the week. And they have a solid secondary. So, to me, this Bengals team, they're not going to probably get many explosives. They're going to have to take what the Raiders give them, and you're going to need to see Joe Burrow be patient and not make those mistakes, right? Because the start of that Browns game, they're moving up and down the field, but the pick six kind of derailed things. That can't happen this week. Not on the road, not against a team like this that is going to be just as desperate for a win as the Bengals. Like I said, both teams have dropped 2 straight. They're both 5-4. And defensively, that's where I have most of my question marks. And if you're familiar with this channel, you certainly know that, because this Bengals defense is going to be tested by guys that are going to really push them in their weakest areas. So nickel cornerback Mike Hilton is going up against Hunter Renfrow. I like Renfrow in that matchup. Josh Jacobs hasn't gotten the ball on the ground, and they haven't got that ground game going much, but the Bengals haven't tackled well. So will they be able to get it going? Question. We'll see. But it starts with Darren Waller, and the Derek Carr to Darren Waller combination, one of the best in the NFL. He's a top flight tight end, arguably the best pass catching tight end in the NFL. And if he's not number 1, for my money, he's number 2. It's either Travis Kelce or Darren Waller. And with their season essentially on the line, after dropping 2 straight, a desperate team, I think they're going to go to Darren Waller early, often. And I don't know exactly how the Bengals combat that. We posted a video on Thursday where Chidobe Awuzie was talking about it, Lou Anarumo, and it's tough. It's much easier said than done. And that's the part of it. Even if Awuzie has a good game, even if Jesse Bates makes some plays, this offense for the Raiders, they've put up 30+ points a lot this year in all four of their 5 wins, rather, I believe. And my guy Jake Lisco at Locked On Bengals pointed that out. So they can score, especially in wins, and I expect them to score a lot on Sunday. As far as the Bengals offense, outside of getting Joe Mixon involved on the ground, I want to see a couple explosive. I don't think you're going to be able to get a lot, but a couple. And you know where that starts? That starts with someone outside of Jamar Chase getting involved. And, maybe it's going to be the Tyler Boyd show early, and that underneath routes and Joe Mixon, and you matriculate the ball down the field, and then you suck the defense up, and then you can throw it over the top. Maybe that's what happens. But those explosive plays make such a difference in the way you look at the game, the outlook of the game. And when they were scoring at the end of halves with huge Jamar Chase plays, it just completely changes the outlook, even when they're trailing, right? He scored at the end of the first half against Green Bay. Even though they were trailing at halftime, it was like, oh, well, they got a shot. And they certainly had a shot in that one. I think they have a shot in this one. And the other thing I want to mention here isn't really something you can break down from a football standpoint. It's more of an off-the-field thing. Look, the Raiders have dealt with multiple controversies and tragedies this year. The controversy, obviously, was John Gruden being let go as head coach or walking away as head coach following everything that came out about him. And then Henry Ruggs, the just tragedy and the family that he impacted there and everything that happened to him, and he gets released. And then they released a cornerback, a former first rounder as well, Arnett, shortly after Ruggs. And so the Raiders have dealt with their fair share. And yeah, they did replace Ruggs with Deshaun Jackson, who's certainly capable of making plays still. But how much is too much to take on and stay together and stay the course and everything like that? That's hard to do. That's hard to overcome. And I wonder if they're going to be able to do that. I mean, we're only in week 11, and they've had some big things, some big changes, some things that really impact your psyche and make it tough to be as dialed in as possible. That being said, I think they are going to be pretty dialed in. I think the Raiders are going to give the Bengals all they can handle. I think they're going to score a lot of points, but I have Joe Burrow and company getting the job done in a shootout. 38-34, Bengals win. And I'm not trying to jinx them. That's what I think is going to happen. I know I've been bad on predictions this year, so we'll see if I can get it right this time. And if so, the Bengals will move to 6-4 and continue to keep pace in the AFC North and the AFC playoff race. Regardless, win, lose, draw, we are here for you each and every day on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So make sure you check out our interviews, exclusive interviews, whether it was Lindsey Patterson with Peter King. We had Elise Jesse with CJ Uzama recently. 2 great interviews. If you haven't watched them yet, certainly worth your time. We'll have a game preview, a post-game video, and so much more coming on Sunday. Game day, just a few days away. Enjoy the next couple of days. Enjoy the videos that you haven't, if you haven't watched those yet. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and go to mybookie.ag and use that promo code Bengals Talk so you can get some free money and have a little more fun with week 11. Until next time, I'm James Rapien signing off for now. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.